Lord. Utmost respect for the coaching staff over there, especially head coach and his wonderful father that I've had the pleasure to meet twice now. Disciplined team, fundamentally sound team, played their butts off. Young quarterback is phenomenal. Proud of him. He did what he had to do to win the game. He made the plays that he was supposed to make to win the game. Tough fought game. I can't say I'm highly upset with a few things, but sometimes when it seems like you had more talent, but you didn't quite win the game, it makes it feel somewhat awkward. We had opportunities, tremendous amount of opportunities, but nevertheless, we didn't cash in on it. And sometimes it felt like the moment was just too big for some of our athletes. And they got to do something about that. At halftime, we challenge certain positions to go out there and up their game, challenge their opponents. We didn't get that. We got the same thing that we had in the first half. We got to do better as a staff, as a team, and I got to do better. Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Nikki Edwards, Yahoo Sports. Just 19 total yards and over 3 on third down in the fourth quarter. What were you seeing on the offensive side of the ball in that quarter?
We had opportunities. We just didn't make it happen. If you slow down and you watch the film, you're going to see tremendous opportunities. We just didn't make it happen. And that's unfortunate because you go over and over those same situations at practice all darn week, and you see it happening. It's the same defense. It's not like you were tricked or anything. It was there. We just didn't make it happen. Great question.
Coach John Treach, 9 News. You mentioned you thought the moment was too big for some of your guys.
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
We can try, but they got to step up. I'm not going to make excuses for them. They got to step up. They got to step up. It's. I don't know what else I can say about it. They're prepared. They're studying film. Same thing that we saw in the scout team, the same plays that they ran tonight. I mean, it was a great scouting output for the staff. We just got to step up. We got to make the plays that were there. We had tremendous opportunities to make the plays. We just didn't.
Hi, Coach. Adam Worcester Tiger, 24/7 Sports. We got to see Jalen kind of showcase his versatility tonight.
Yeah.
How big could this be to kind of get him going?
That's what it's going to be. It's not – that wasn't a play. That was real. That's what he is going to do for us from here on. That's who he is. We've identified what he is. Marshall is happy to have him in his room, and we're going to use him as much as we can and even more.
Hey, Coach, Leo Rivera with Sports. Last week you talked about, you said it was undisciplined for your team's defense to be able to fade late. You had 6 total penalties accepted again today. How do you have to go about fixing that? Say that once again. You had 6 penalties accepted against your team today. How do you go about fixing that?
What does that mean, accepted against it?
We had 6 penalties.
Yeah, we had 6 penalties. Is that the total?
There was one that was declined, I think.
Yeah, I think that's better than last year. I'm trying to find light, man, in a dark tunnel. Penalties will happen. It's the timing of some of the penalties. That's the problem. The timing. We have the DBs wearing gloves at practice like mittens so they can't reach. We're doing everything we can. We just got to make the plays and not do the stuff that disable you and disarm you from winning the game.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. You guys came out offensively and did a lot of new wrinkles tonight, some things we haven't seen before.
Right.
But then it seemed after those first couple drives went away from that.
I don't think we went away from that. I think the game sometimes dictates what you're going to do. We were okay with where we were at halftime, but we knew we were in for a fight in the second half. Going into the locker room at halftime, we wish we could have gotten another score tremendously. And even tonight, one of the big penalty, man, shoot, you don't get that penalty by, I don't know, one of the receivers or whoever was on that long run. We may be sitting up here in a different mood. Both teams had 6 penalties at them, but ours was for 67 yards, theirs for 34. We got to do better. We got to do much better. And we have been doing much better. We just got to stay consistent with that.
Coach
My man.
Talked a lot about consistency these past few weeks,
Yeah.
minus a few mistakes, obviously, at the end. Just, do you feel like you saw more of just a consistent team than what you have in previous weeks?
No, I saw what I saw at practice. Everything I saw today, I saw at practice. And that's where it starts, and in the preparation. It's nothing different than what I saw at practice, what we just saw in the game. And I pray that these young men understand that practice is your prerequisite. That's your preparation for how you're going to perform. Rarely have I seen men in all levels practice bad and go out there and dominate in the game. I haven't seen that. That wasn't my recipe for success. Got to practice better, tremendously better at some positions.
Hey, Coach, you guys schemed up a great start.
Yeah.
Both sides of football really started quickly.
Yeah.
Where did you see things start to just slowly fall off?
We got to get consistency from all positions. I don't want to single anyone out. I hope that's not what you're looking for. But we got to get consistency at all positions. When we get that, you're going to see the continuation of what you saw early on in the game. You guys act like you can't see. Right? You see the same darn thing I see.
But your opinion's more important than ours.
I don't know about that. We got to get consistency. I challenge the guys all the time because I want them to be pros. I want them to have or professional of some sort. And whether it's on the field or off the field, you got to have consistency in your life.
I wanted to ask you about defense. It felt like for the first time, really, in a Power 4 game, they really gave you guys a chance to win tonight. Are you at least happy with some of the progress you've seen on that side of the football?
With our defense?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
How many points they scored?
24. It felt like they gave you a chance to win tonight, though. Big stop at the end.
Next question.
Coach Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. On that same note, you mentioned BYU's quarterback, the true freshman, had a solid game. It's the third game now that a quarterback for the opposing team has led them in rushing. Just kind of what has been the consistencies that has played you guys in stopping the quarterback run?
We're just not doing our jobs. That's it. We're not doing our jobs. It's not like it's a surprise what they're going to do. It's not at all. We're just not doing our jobs. We got to do a better job of preparing these young men to do their jobs in front of the multitudes.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Scott
too.
Proctor at DMVR. I think Matt kind of mentioned it. Touchdowns on the opening 2 drives and scoreless until the fourth quarter, I believe. After that, only
Right.
7 points. So last 3 quarters. What do you think kind of resulted in kind of the defense or the offense kind of sputtering after those opening 2 drives?
We got to get consistency from everyone. That's all. That's it. It's not like the plays are different. It's the same darn thing. You just got to be consistent at all positions. If one position is inconsistent, the other ones are not going to function. So we got to have a team effort. It's not a one-man thing.
And then for the game, 37 rush attempts,
Yeah.
only 16 pass attempts. Is that kind of what you guys are looking for offensively in terms of the
I
run
think the
pass
game
split?
plays itself out. The game tells its own story. I mean, you got to do what you're not just capable of doing, but what you're having success with. If we're having success running the darn football, we got to run the ball. We can't just drop back and slang it just because we want to come in here and have more balance. No, we're having tremendous amount of success running the ball as well as the quarterback getting out there and making things happen.
Ryan Scholes from Ralph Report. Speaking of the quarterback, how would you evaluate Caden's performance tonight?
He did some wonderful things.
Coach Trent Finnegan, DenverSports.com. You guys used Tion Parks at that second cornerback spot opposite DJ tonight. What did you see out of him? And as you guys keep kind of,
You got to play better.
And as you guys, you've tried him, you've tried Makari, you've
They
tried
got to
others.
play better. All of them got to play better. We got to do a better job of preparing them and coaching them.
Jackson Payne, Deseret News in Salt Lake City. 2-part question. One, with the Alamo Bowl last year and a game like this, do you feel like this BYU series might turn into a rivalry eventually with the proximity? And then I don't know if you heard the chants from the fans during the game. Do you have any thoughts on that, the vulgarity towards BYU?
I don't know about no chance. I was trying to greet coach and shake his hand and run off the field in that awkward moment. When you get your butt kicked, it's always awkward running across the field to greet the coach. I don't know anything about no chance. I don't give a darn about my yesterday. That was that game. I don't care. I don't even know what the score was. I barely remember it. I know we had players really didn't want to play. That's just it. We just, we had a lot of guys pro-bound. So forget that. Forget that. Today was today. They won. We didn't.
Hey, Coach, I want to ask you a follow-up on the corners. You mentioned they got to play better. A number of obviously costly pass interference penalties this season. Is it a matter of just finishing the play? It seems like a lot of times they're there, but not finishing well.
It starts at the beginning. I mean, you got to have focus. I mean, we talked about focusing and finishing before the game. We talked about it at halftime. We told them what it was going to be. We're not going to play it. We barely play the things that I say when we lose. But if you hear them, we pretty much dictated what it was going to happen if we didn't change the way we went about our job. We got to do a much better job on the back end. We do.
Coach Liam Howard, Scobuff Sports. Caden, early on in the game, did a solid job of throwing the ball away when pass plays started to break down, but we saw him try to create a little bit more in the second half and take some sacks. Did you have a message to him after those plays?
Yeah, definitely. You got to do a better job of getting rid of the ball. Just get rid of the ball. Let us get back to the line of scrimmage. I think one time we were in field goal range, and that kind of put us out of field goal range because then the last time it was a area in there that I thought about going for it. I really thought about it. I really, really thought about it. Then I talked to my guys upstairs to see how they felt about it, and we didn't come to the conclusion that it was a good idea at that time. We burned the time out thinking about it, but it was worth it because we came to a collective conclusion because I was ready to do it. But you give them the ball right there. That's two first downs. That's a field goal for them.
One of the questions I was going to ask you was about that timeout in the second half. But then at the end of the first half, I was just curious what your logic was there. And when did you want to start to use timeouts?
Well, in the first half, the game was playing itself. And we were just trying to get out of there and go in at halftime, and then they put 3 seconds back on the clock. So now you got to make a decision.
What you started that drive? I think you had 50 seconds left in 2 timeouts.
I don't even remember that drive. I really right before half. I don't remember that. I'm sorry. I'm
just
old.
wondering.
I'm getting old.
I understand.
What happened on the drive?
I think there was one play, and then like 25 seconds might have come off the clock, and then another play, and then
Were we scrambling and it got?
I think I don't know. I wasn't sure what happened. It just seemed like
I'm sorry. I'm blanking out because usually I can remember this stuff. I have a photographic memory. I can see it, and I'm just not seeing what transpired.
I think there was a pass on first down that might have been a
Scrambled on first down.
Oh, there you go.
Caden had an incomplete pass on second down, and then Micah ran on third down.
Oh, we was trying to get out of there.
That was it. Okay.
We was trying to get out of the half.
Okay.
We were, at 20 or 30?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to try and play for 3 there with 50 seconds left.
We thought
Thank
about
you.
it, but you remember one ball was almost picked.
Yes.
Right? So when
Understood.
that's like abort mission.
Got you.
Okay, when that happens, okay, abort mission. And we aborted mission, and we was just trying to get out of the half. Thank you for my recollection. Yeah, you go, dog. That's what that was. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Coach Kyle Ireland, in Salt Lake City for KSL Sports. BYU entered the game with a really effective run defense, high up in the FBS. You guys found success on the ground. What were you able to do to find that success up front?
We have a tremendously physical line. And guess what? They practiced their butts off last week. They had a great week of preparation. So we knew we were going to be able to do some tremendous things because of the way they worked last week. I mean, they worked. And you could see the results thereof. I mean, a lot of the things that we saw that transpired in the game, running the ball wise, we saw at practice. And it was no surprise. So even with Draylon, I mean, we worked on that, and we wanted situational football when that gave us an opportunity, and we just hammered it. We hammered it, and it paid dividends for us.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless you all. I appreciate it.